Sorry, I'm trying to get onto YouTube. Okay, so we welcome everybody once again to the museum virtual tour of the Nigerian National Museums. Like we said, today we'll be going all the way to Minna. At some point, we hope the curator of Minna will join in and so that she can give us insights into the recordings. Okay, she's actually calling me. Just a moment, please. Yes, ma, we can see you. I'm actually trying to call the curator. She tried to reach me. Sir. We start, so yeah. We still have few people trying to join me. Say, you're calling. We'll just take it on. Okay, so we start now. She's trying to join, but it's been difficult. I see each time I click joining for her, she's unable to join. So we just start, and then probably if she's able to join, we'll take it off from there. Please, can we see my screen? Please, can we see my screen? Please, can we see my screen? Can we hear?
Yeah, I can see your screen now.
Okay, sir. Can you hear it too?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Okay, sir.
Section that are going to household. The first object is stock market. Those who want to start this is on here, orange principle. So used by any else. We have on display wooden simple other culture. The symbol of loyalty, especially because where it is only the area of why they are not. On the other hand, the same women of Imo State honor a woman who has
Okay, I think let me try to stop sharing and then reconnect. It could be the way I started. Please bear with me. Usually when I didn't put the sound.
In the pre-colonial era, wars were fought for several reasons, like territorial expansion, self-preservation, defense and protection against external forces and attacks. In defense for such communities, arms and armors like bacon, bows and arrows, spear, shield, etc. were used to defend themselves. Here are some of the antique weapons used by our people in traditional warfare. The shields that we have on display here are two types. One is made of leather and the other of steel. They still perform the same function. Now, we are moving to musical instruments. An adage says, all works without play makes Jack a dozen. Music is often used as a tool for relaxation after a tiring day's work, even when warriors return from the war front and after a long day trade. Music is also known to unite people either during ceremonies, festivals, or leisure, and it breaks social language barriers by encouraging people to mingle. On display here are different musical instruments from different ethnic groups. But this particular one here are meant for the gods. That is the only music the gods, the masquerades, understand. They are also used during festivals, harvests, and the rest. And we have our masquerades here. This particular masquerade here is called Oyaga, the god of justice. This masquerades are closely linked with the traditional religion and some social life of the various ethnic communication in Nigeria for different purposes. Masquerades provide entertainment, divine social roles, and communicate religious meanings. Oyaga, the god of justice, is known to be the only one who can unseat the Obi of Onitsha whenever he refuses to heed to his money to desist from maltreating his people. The moment Oyaga visits the Obi in his domain and sits on his throne, the Obi of Onitsha is automatically dethroned. Then we have our mask and hairdressings. Masks and hairdresses are worn to complement the masquerade costumes during festivals. They also this mask. This mask here are from various ethnic groups in Nigeria. We have them in different forms. We have the face mask as well here. The face masks are on display too. Then we have the EPA mask here. We wear them on all that we see here, they wear them on the head, on the face. EPA mask here has a very unique history. This mask here is carved out of a single wood. Despite our seeing different subjects around the king there, this mask is from Ekiti, and it is usually worn when they have good harvest, when there's bumper harvest, that is when they wear it. Or if somebody is being given a chieftaincy title during the coronation, they wear to dance around the town. Each time the people in the community see this mask, they know that there is good tidings in the community. Now, we move to reading objects. Reading objects. These objects were specifically commissioned for ancestral altar of the past king and queen. They were used to decorate the Benin royal palace. We have on display the king's head and the queen's mother's head and their staff of office. We have symbol of authority. Achievements are often symbolized by staff of office. In this showcase are staff of office from various ethnic groups. Staff of office, and here we have symbol of authority. The next here are personal and community goals. We have the symbol of authority and community goals here. These are deities. Personal gods are deities that communities pay obeisance to and are being blessed in returns. In this showcase are some of our classical objects, like the Ikenga, Ikebobo. We have therefore the fertility goddess. That's the object in the middle. We can see her suckling a baby and she's backing another one. This particular object, when a woman is looking for the fruit of the womb for a baby, the woman will go to her, appease her, and in the next 1 year, we are told the woman will carry her baby. Now, we move to personal gods. These personal gods are the ones people worship personally. They believe that with these gods, they are protected from their enemies and from any evil coming to them. Then the receptacles. Receptacles we showed you are to serve human beings, but the ones here, they serve the gods, and they are from different ethnic groups with their aesthetic designs on them. The next point is cult objects. These objects are symbols and emblems of membership of exclusive societies like the Gori cult in Niger State. Here is the complete costume of Gori cult with hunters dressed by the side. They are complete cult objects. Now we have costumes and ornaments. Costumes and ornaments. These objects, in the ancient times, the ethnicity of a Nigerian was easily identified through his costumes and ornaments. Royalty can also be differentiated through costumes and the use of special or unique ornaments. They also showed the wealth and personality of their owners. Here are representatives of costumes and ornaments. that are commonly worn by our various communities in Nigeria. We move to smokers' accessories. Smoking in the past was embraced by aged people to calm down their nerves after the hard day's work. On display here are some smoking pipes from different ethnic groups in Nigeria. We have the one made of wood, the one in the middle is made of clay, and the last one is made of brass. They are from smoking. And the next point here are caps, different designs of caps. These are beautiful caps from the Yorubas, Igbos, and Hausa lands. Caps are meant to complement one's traditional dressing.
Okay, so
This brings us
we have seen the, let me just stop this and see if we can come back. Interestingly, we have the curator, we have one of the curators here, Mrs. Madaki. Is she still here? Yes, she's still here. Madam, I think you might, okay, the curator herself is here. Please, can you put on your audio, Mrs. Benedicta? Now, what I intend to do is, because we had a poor start initially, I was thinking and that'll be after we've asked questions. We'll show the video without the audio, and then Mrs. Benedicta can put us through. Please, your audio is not connected. Otherwise, Mrs. Madaki can help out. But in the meantime, can we just take questions from the participants? I know what I could see was that, or rather, that video is a fusion of all the major tribes in Nigeria. We saw the stool used by the Igbo women. We saw the what's it called now? The masquerade, even the one from Ekiti. We saw the what's it called now? We saw the smoking pipes from the north. So, I mean, this museum is a fusion of all the tribes in Nigeria. That's what I noticed about it. I don't know if we have questions before the curators take our questions. We have two of them here. We have Mrs. Madaki and we have Mrs. Benedicta, who is the curator of Minna. Mrs. Madaki, I think, has also done Minna before. She's now in, where are you now, Mrs. Madaki? In Calabar?
Kano,
in
ma.
Kano, yes. You're now in Kano, yes, I know. So maybe we just take questions from the floor, and then, like I said, we'll show the video again so that, but I will remove the audio so that while we go along, you can also put us through what the video is about. Do we have questions before we show the video again? Okay. It looks like we don't have any question. Okay, so maybe I just show the video and then Mrs. Madaki, because Mrs. Benedicta, our audio is not on. I don't know why. She found it difficult before she joined in. So maybe you can just put us through as the video is, as we are playing the video. Is that okay, ma'am?
It's okay, ma.
Thank you. So I'm going to show the video without the audio. Oh, sorry, let me just, let me make sure I'm optimizing. Okay. Okay, can we see now? So maybe you can put us through, the video is already showing, ma'am. So maybe you can just put us through what we're seeing.
Well, can you hear me, ma?
We can
Hello,
hear you clearly.
Okay.
We can
So-
hear you.
Okay, ma. Let me go ahead. The gallery has gone through some restructuring, and that happened this year in March. And there are a bit of changes, though it's more like a story. The storyline initially tells a story of an average African setting. You know, it tells a story about the entrance, which is the door panel, are the first things you'll meet. Once you get in an African tradition, you are given a chair to sit. That is, you are welcome. It has shown the hospitality of the African people. So generally, it tells a story from beginning to the end, and there is mass representation of most of the tribes in Nigeria. So it's like a gallery that tells a little part of the Nupes, a little part of the Bagis, a little part of this section and that section. Yeah, so it's not like a gallery that talks about one tribe. It was able to touch in most of the tribes in the north. So these are the door panels actually. And these door panels are not ordinary woods. They represent wealthiness, because in those days you have to have the money or the resources or the political position for you to own such a door panel. They are not ordinary panels. You have designs attached on them, you know, in zoomorphic and anthropomorphic designs on them, you know, and then they are in low relief. You have lizards, you have snails, you have whatever they can pick from the community. They were able to design it on the dome. So those signify security. It signifies protection. So that is what the door panel was all about, ma. Can we move to the next one?
Okay, so we have.
Yes, these are the sitting stools. They are in different designs. They are completely wood. So this very particular one is a northern stool with the 8 legs. Then we have the Ozo title men. We also have a chair that is given to a woman, a stool, a woman who has given birth to 10 children amongst the Igbo community. So it's like the chairs are not also ordinary chairs. They represent different purposes. While the northern one is for the sitting, we have the Ozo title people too that use a specific kind of chair. It's not just any stool you can give to them. A woman who has given birth to quite a number of children, like 10 or so, is also given a chair to signify that she is a woman that has carried quite a number of children in her womb. So that is a proper, you know, apart from that too, the ones that we know is, you know, it signifies hospitality. When you move into someone's house, even to present day, once you knock on the door, you come in, a chair is provided for you. That is, you are welcome into the family. You are welcome into my house. So that's what it signifies. Like I said, it tells a story. From the door, that is the entrance into the house where you are offered a stool. So maybe if we move to the next one, we'll be able to understand the story the entire gallery is, you know, is telling. These are receptacles, actually. Receptacles, ma'am. Receptacles, that is the ones we have cola nuts in there. You could put cola nuts to make a presentation of that cola nuts to visitors that you have in your house. They are designed in different forms. Some of them are in bats formation, while all others are just like an ordinary box. Some are in tortoise formation. But what I need you to understand is receptacles could be ritual receptacles too, because like the one that is like in form of a tortoise, you don't make a presentation of kola nut or a gift to a visitor on this kind of receptacles, because these receptacles are unique. You can find them to be in a chief priest's house. They are usually ritual receptacles. They are not ordinary receptacles. Can we go further?
So, I mean, the story is making sense too now. Okay.
So the receptacles, once you are given a chair, you are offered something to eat. That's where the receptacles comes in. It's like you are being offered a kola nut, which is very common in African setting. It could be kola nut, it could be anything, but the receptacles are for a presentation of an entertainment to the visitor.
Okay, so from what we've seen the door, we've seen the stool. So you come in through the door, that's the African door.
Yes.
Then the stool, you're offered a stool to sit, and then you're given kola nut. So we are coming to the next gallery now. What are these, please?
This is a bronze purse. A bronze purse that has cowries on them, that have beads on them. They are made from the Nupe. The Nupe people are very good with bronze. They are known for that. So we have trays. We have a bronze tray. We have other things too, like the water fetcher, the one you fetch water from the river. So these are like the kitchen things you can have, what you use in your kitchen, the trays. You know, there is a spoon, a wooden spoon there. There is the calabash, there is the gourd. So it's like things you would probably need in your kitchen. Once, all these things that they are showing, these are things that you can basically have in your own kitchen.
So by my own interpretation, you come in through the door, you sit down on the stool, you're given kola nut.
Yes.
Then is you're given food.
Once you give a kola nut,
because these are kitchen utensils.
Yes, the kola nut is to keep at least you have offered an entertainment to the visitor. While the visitor waits for you to get into the kitchen and cook something for them, that's where the kitchen utensils are being shown.
Okay, so what are these ones? We just passed.
Okay, this pot, there is a pot in particular. You just shifted a little from it. These are baskets. This is like a sieve.
Okay, so still the kitchen things, right?
Yes, these are all kitchen utensils, ma'am. Like the gourds, we have the fishing baskets. You have the calabash, the gauge, and then you have the wooden spoon, the disher, food disher. It's a wooden food disher too. Yes, these are all in the kitchen. Yes, this is like a gourd too for storing water.
Okay,
this is like a straw. It's a basket made of straw.
Hold on, please.
Okay.
Okay, just a moment. Okay, so we are now at the basket made of straw. Okay. Straw.
Basket made of straw, and it's a sieve. So if you look at it too, there's a long spoon there. There is a wooden bowl. There is the leather water fetcher from the well. So these are all still like an extension of the kitchen things. The sieve is to sieve whatever you want to sieve, but it's commonly used in areas where you make the local drinks like the burkutu or so.
Okay. So is this the
local alcohol? Yes, ma'am. Local alcohol. This very particular one is the sieve. You use it to sieve the local brew so that you can sieve the chaff from the real drink.
Okay. Okay, so these are all things they use in the kitchen anyway.
This is another.
What is this one?
This is a very large spoon. It's like from calabash. It's made from calabash. Like you see, the one under it is a bowl. It's a wooden bowl. It has its cover and like a cooler you have. This was what they were using to serve food in those days. From the wood to clay, from clay to iron, like we have these days. And then they try to modernize some of them, but these are the things that were used. This very black one up here is like the one we call it the fetcher. It's what we use to draw water from the well with.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
These days we use buckets, you can use anything. But this is what they were using before to fetch water.
Okay, and this?
This is the famous, this is a pot. It's the famous Ladi Kwali pot. Ladi Kwali is a renowned potter that is from Niger State. That pot is like over 50 years. Sorry, it was made in 1950. That was when the pot was made. So it's a renowned pot, and she's someone that is known around the country as a very famous woman who has traveled around the world with her work of pots. So this is one of her pots that she made herself, and it was made in 1950. Ma?
Is this the original pot?
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay, so what are these as well? They look like seeds.
If you look at it, this is like the basketry section too. What we have are things you use to help yourself when you have harvest from the farm. If you look at it, one is for fish. You understand? The other one is like catching fish with it. The other basket, you hang it at the back when you have, harvested your farm products, you put it inside. And then they have the open basket too. You could put yams in it. You could put anything on it. It's for easy carriage of this farm produce from the farm to your home or whatever. So it is something, the basketries we have here, they are the ones that can help you or ease the burden of carrying one. You can carry as much as you want in any of the baskets.
So which one will be for fish? Is this one or the one at the side or the one at the...
No, the one up actually.
This
yes,
one?
That one.
This one?
Yes.
Oh.
That is the one they use it in fishing now.
Oh, that's right. And this one will be for the yam, maybe yam?
Yes, yam, ma'am. And this other one, you could put millets or whatever. You actually, it has hands. You can actually hang it from behind.
Okay, it's actually written here, agriculture and commerce section.
Yes, agriculture.
Okay, let's see this. Okay,
so apart from yes, these are the implements that you use in farming. You have the sickle, you have the hoe, you have the one you form the ridges with. So these are all for farming. You have even the yes, this is the one we just finished discussing, ma.
I want to know, what part of Nigeria do they use this sickle and the rest, the farm implements here?
What part of Nigeria?
This one. Yes, is it everywhere in Nigeria then?
Which one in particular, ma'am?
The sickle and the rest of them, especially this. I don't even know what this is. Would you know?
This one is what you use as a trap in the farm.
I was going to say so.
Yes, when you have this in the farm, ma?
Yes, that's fine. I was going to say that, is it a trap? This one.
It's a trap, ma. You use it as a trap, to scare people away from your farm. You can see the formation of it. People use it to, people that used to steal, where you have things like granite that you can easily just uproot and take, or yams. So another way of protecting your farm is to put something that will scare people, like a scarecrow.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we are here again with this Manila.
Manila, the old currency.
Yeah.
It was used for trade and barter.
Okay.
That was another means of exchange of goods and services that was used. So there was Manila, then we have this Y shape too is Manila, then we have the cowries on a basket. Then cowries, we have the one that has full cowries, the other one has cowries, and this is our old currency, the one that has a hole in the middle.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me go back to the
cowries.
Yeah, let me go back to the currency. Yeah. That was our old currency, right?
Yeah.
These are also Manilas.
They are Manilas. They are
For those who
Manilas.
have not For those who have not been on this program before, can you please explain to them what Manilas are?
Well, Manilas are a form of, when we started this money of you have to have money to buy things. Initially, it was just trade by barter. I could give you a farm product, my farm produce, then you give me it was farm produce that was being exchanged. I can give you yam, you give me corn. I can give you corn on the same measure and weight. That was what was happening until they started, looking for something that could be a means of exchange. That was when the Manilas came in. And when the Manilas came in, it started spreading gradually to other places. So if you look at them, they are in different sizes, they are in different shapes. Some are heavier than the others. There is this one that is in Y shape, where we have also the ones that are, they have so much folding on them. Some are just one fold. It depends on the area it comes from. So all of them are actually Manilas. You can use them to buy things in those days. Like we have the today currency,
Yes,
Naira and Kobo.
yeah. Manilas, they are like bangles, am I right?
They are actually like bangles, but they are not bangles you can actually use because they are quite heavy.
Okay. So why are they
Yes.
exchanging them? What's the value of Manilas? Why did they have to exchange them?
Ma?
If they are not bangles? So why do
Okay.
people use Manilas?
Hello?
If they are not bangles? So why do people use them as a medium of exchange? Hello, ma'am.
Yes, I can hear you now.
I
There
hope
was a little interruption. I didn't get your question.
Okay, I think my internet was stable. I said, why do people use Manilas as medium of exchange? I can understand the calories. They look like 1, 2, 3, and all that. We can count. But why Manilas? Are they of any value?
Of course, they are of value. As of the time that Manilas were used, they were not common sites. They were not something that everybody can have access to. So it's just a few people that were able to produce these things. And then it was in serious needs that time. If you possess a Manila, that means you are like a little comfortable. It wasn't something that everybody owns. So it's like when you have Manilas, it has a value has been attached to it because people that iron smelting, when iron smelting came in, people can mold a lot of them. That's why the weight is different. Some are more heavier than the others. It's not something that is a common sight. When people have things like that, they feel that yes, I have something I can hold on to and I can actually buy whatever I want to be. It was something that was acceptable in the society. So society will, they acknowledge the existence of this Manila, and they accepted it as a means of, a means of exchange for goods and services.
Now, can we tell us more about this one?
Which one? Yes, this is the renowned Tada Figo. Actually, it's a classical object. It's a renowned Tada Figo. He's known as the founding father of the Nupe Kingdom. Who migrated from Igala, the Igala land, came down to the Nupe land, married a wife there, settled. But what happened is he was able to teach them on how to, run their own kingdom. He brought with him some of the things, from Igala land and down to the Nupe kingdom. So he ran there as the founding father. He's well recognized amongst the Nupe people as the founding father of the Nupe kingdom. And we call him is the Tada figure. Is in a bronze figure. It's a seated figure actually. The limbs that are off is was affected due to accidental discovery. So the limbs were affected. It wasn't properly excavated so that the figures can be brought out properly. So, but other than that, it's a full seated figure, and we call him Tsode.
Yeah, I would say normally the Nupes will also always sit. Am I right? When they are in the palace,
Yes.
the emirs.
Yes, the emirship, as you know, is an Islamic title. And usually when you are an emir, it is expected that whoever is in your palace should go below the height you are. So if you are seated on a chair, everybody will sit on the ground. It's not only peculiar to the Nupes, it's a general thing in the northern states. Wherever you have an emir, everybody sits on the ground as a sign of respect for the person because it is regarded as a religious title. And since the emir is a representation of he's a representative of the, what do you call this man from Borno State? El Kanemi of Borno, who is the father of you call him the father of the religion because he's the one that makes national declaration and whatever. So every emir that is on the throne, whoever comes to your palace will have to go down as a sign of respect.
Okay, I was just wondering why the founder was sitting in that manner as well. Maybe there were no chairs then.
Well, maybe there were no chairs. I wouldn't say that. Even if there were chairs, there is every possibility that he may not sit on a chair. You know that the Nupes have similar tradition with the Yorubas. They are people that are quite respectful. They are the way they greet is quite different from most of the northern tribes in the north. They really go down when they want to greet. So if he's kneeling, it's possible it's a sign of probably greetings that they do because that's how they greet. They go down,
Yeah,
you could put ma'am?
Go ahead, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, I mean, it could be both knees on the ground or one knee on the ground. They are all sign of respect. They don't greet standing. That's how they are being taught. Even with their little children, as young as 1 year, they still go to the ground to greet people that are older than them.
I can relate to that because I went to Federal Government Girls College, New Busa, and we would go to the market on some days. We're allowed to go out to go to the market. So I can relate to the greeting, the way the Nupes greet. Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
so these are the war and masquerade section.
These are shields actually for people, hunters. We have these are spears, this is the den gun, these are the war implements. You have spears, you have shields, we have the skin shields, we have the iron shields there too.
Yeah.
Yes. The first one is the skin shield. This is the iron shield. We have the spear. This is a spear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. This is okay. We have the guns, and these these are like for tank criers.
Yes, these are the musical instruments section. If you follow our story from the beginning, like I told you, it tells a story. So if you move from the kitchen side, you are now moving to their occupation. The occupation, agriculture, hunting. You understand? We have agriculture and hunting, which are the basic occupations of most of the African setting then. And so in the African setting too, when after a very good day, you have done all the job and everything, we always relax with music. Music is part of our culture. We relax with it. You remember these tales by moonlight they do? usually you can come in the evening, music could be played, people could dance. That's how we relaxed the house. That was how people were socializing. So all the musical instruments are being displayed there, most of them, Sha. Like this one.
The musical instrument cut across a lot of culture.
Yes, and a lot of cultures actually.
I can see the talking drum there.
Yes, the talking drum is there. Yes, this one.
Just a minute. Let me go back a little. Okay. Yeah. And this one is for I know this is like a fiddle used in the north.
Yes, the guitar is used in the north. Yes.
Goge, am I right? That's what they call it.
Yes, goge. That's what they use as goge.
Yeah.
It's used in the north, ma'am.
Yeah. And this is the talking drum.
Yes, that's a talking drum. The one next to it, yes, this very one.
And they use this in the south. They use this in the southeast.
Yes, the southwest use it too. But in the north, you call it kalangu, and most of their musical, in fact, they can't play any music without that very particular one.
Is it this big one?
This one that you just removed the arrow from up. Okay, the one you call the talking drum.
Yeah.
The one you call the talking drum is what the Hausa people call kalangu. So it's the one they hardly play any music without it. All their renowned musicians in the north, like Mamman Shata, they hardly play music without it. Okay. Yes, that's what.
So we're now in the masquerade session.
Yes, this is the masquerade section. You know, most African tradition or in our culture, when you play music, there are music that once you play, the masquerades come out, particularly if it is a festival. So you have, after the musical instrument, apart from just dancing, it masquerades could also grace the occasion by appearing, though they are not an everyday sight, but they do come. That is the beauty of the African tradition. They come in to dance. People are, are able to see them. Yeah. Like this very particular one is from the southeast.
I know.
Yes, ma'am.
This one, is it the dangerous one? No.
No.
There's one that will come out in the night in southeast. I've never seen it because I'm not supposed to see it. It's only meant for the men.
Yes.
There is a masquerade that comes out in the night. I've never seen it, but they said that even if you put on your light, when it's coming out, your bulbs are going to burst. So the lights are always off when it comes out. It comes out around August, and usually it's only the boys and the men of the house that can see it. So I was just asking if that one was it. I've never seen it because I'm a woman anyway. I'm not supposed to see that one.
There are rules. Yes, there are rules to this masquerade. In fact, women are alienated from the masquerade activities completely. It's more like a man's thing. So it's not this kind of masquerade is not it. This one is from the southeast, and it's adjudication. That is, it brings justice, and it is the only masquerade that can unseat an Obi from his seat if he does anything wrong or he didn't do something right. So it gives justice to the people, and it tries to correct the social ills of the society. That is the major work of it. It's more like a disciplined masquerade.
So we have other ones coming. These are the heads.
These are the head marks. That one is from the southeast. You have quite a number of them. You crowd. Once you have a masquerade, apart from the regalia they put, some of them come out with the head marks, while others come with the face marks. Yeah. But these are all head marks.
Where would this one come from?
This one is from Nasarawa State. They call it the bush cow. Okay.
Let's go back. This one, right?
Yes, that's the Bushka is from Nasarawa State.
Okay. I saw one that they said, I think I heard that it's from Ekiti. This one.
Which one? Yes, the
This one.
Equamax. The Equamax.
Where is it from? Yes.
Yes, actually it's Ekiti. But I think there are other parts of Yoruba lands too that used to have this, but it's Equamax. It tells an entire story on it. If you look at it, it has so many things on them. We have a kneeling, you have the servants, you have people going to the farm, you have donkeys, you have it tells a story of a community all in one. So it's like one trunk of a tree that has been uniquely carved into different things that tells different kinds of story.
Whoever carries this must be doing a lot of work because it's going to be very heavy.
Very heavy, actually. But I believe that whoever carries it doesn't feel the weight.
Wow. I hope we're all looking at this and try to, maybe we can try to decipher some of the objects on it. I'm just wondering the weight of this head mask on any
it's
one.
Quite heavy. It's very heavy.
Okay. So we go to the next one.
The Gazuana.
Okay, so we go to the next.
Bala madam now cooking.
Now we have, oh dear, I know I was going to talk about this masquerade, the tall one.
This one, I think it's common in places like Lagos State.
No, we have it in Nupe. They always I know that in my
people may masquerade may touch it in Dakogoya, that's what they call it in Nupe land.
Yeah, we call it Igunu in Yoruba language, and they will say Igunu.
Igunu.
Yes, we say Takpa Loni Igunu. That is the people from the Nupes. They are the tapas. They are the owners of Igunu. Igunu is this tall one.
Okay.
You know some of the Nupes.
Yes, ma'am.
Some of the people also migrated to Yoruba land, the Nupe people there.
Yes, we have them in Kwara State. We also have them in Kogi State.
Is it a masquerade now? When it comes up, they call it Kwara, yeah.
What, Benedicta?
Yeah, it's quite a lovely sight. And the way they roll around, sometimes you wonder how they get tall and short and they go down. These are the Benin objects.
Yes, these are the Benin objects.
Is Mrs. Benedicta?
She's check the participants, ma. I think she's
can see
there.
The bronze cup. Yeah, we had her, but she wasn't. No, she's not here anymore. She wasn't coming on. No, she's not here. So you can continue, ma'am. Our internet was poor. So please go ahead, ma'am, Mrs. Madake.
Yes, ma'am. Where I'm seeing a particular place is stored, this masquerade place.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
No, you want me to start? Where we stopped, I think the last one you described was the Benin bronze. This one. Is that what you're
Yes,
seeing too?
that's not what I'm seeing. Okay, this
What are
you
you?
just went.
Okay.
Okay, these are the Benin bronze section.
Okay. Is there anything particular? What's this staff for?
That's a staff, more like a staff of office. They hold it in the hand like you hold the what do you call it? The whisk of a horse or something like that. So it's like for a title.
Okay. These are all from the Benin kingdom.
These are chilies. These are all from the Benin. This section is for staff of office, but mostly they are called staff. For the chief priest, they are not ordinary staff. Symbol of authority.
Okay. There was something I saw now. Okay, this woman, where is she from?
She's from Nasarawa State. We call her Mama. She has scarification on her body that is maxed, and she is like the goddess of fertility. She has a baby in front. There's another baby behind. Maybe we're not able to see. So it's like Mama Beji, like you have Mama Beji in Yoruba. So this is the goddess of fertility. She's from Nasarawa State.
Because I learned during the tour, when we had the tour, the audio on, they said people would kiss her. Those who wanted children in those days, they would kiss her.
Mm.
Or is it now in the museum they kiss her to have children?
It's not in the museum because these objects are no longer potent once they are being taken to the museums. You know, they are potent only when you do certain things like sacrifices, you make offerings for them to keep them alive. But once they move into the museum, they are no longer potent because you have to serve them anyway for them to be alive. But when you no longer serve them, whatever spirit possessed them or whatever usefulness of it is, all of them will disappear. But where it comes from, the people there still, I learned they still practice things like that for women who are longing for, for a child or want to bear children. They can visit where the figure is and they can kiss her or they can, bend down and make some sacrifices and ask for a child.
That's my baby from my mother. Okay, the next one here now is okay, where's this?
Where?
This one now.
These are Ikenga.
Okay, Ikenga, that's southeast.
Ma? Yes, southeast. Ikenga, they are symbols of authority too, but they are mostly, this is Mumuye with the long ears. Ikenga usually is these are receptacles too.
I'm going back to Ikenga now. The Mumuye.
Okay.
Okay,
this is, yes, I have seen the Mumuye. Mumuye is from the southeast. It's like a symbol, every community have their own gods, like the Chi, the Igbos, we call it the Chi, a community god or a personal god or a family god, whatever gods you want to have. So the Mumuye is a god too, it's an ancestral god that protects the people, that give prosperity to their own people. So people believe so much in things like the Mumuye.
Receptacles again. This one is like a tortoise. Can you see the receptacles?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, can you see the receptacles?
Yes, receptacle. You know, we had one from the beginning there.
Yes.
When we started the tour, there was one, we had some of them from the beginning. So these are receptacle. When you talk of symbol of authority, it has to do with everything that gives power, that recognizes status and the rest. So these are receptacles, but they are also not ordinary receptacles. Like those staff of office we pass, that I told you that they are ritual staff of office for the chief priest or whatever. So these receptacles too, if you look at them, they look quite strange in a way because of the way it's being carved. Things of the ritual are usually not ordinary looking. They may not be quite attractive as it is because it is not meant for that purpose. So usually they make them to, you know, to serve the purpose in which that very thing is being created. So these are receptacles too, if you look at it.
Okay, so we have the cult section.
These are the the Bori. You have the cult regalias. The red one is for the Bori cult. Bori cult is synonymous in the north during the, you know, before the coming of Islam. People were practicing Bori as more like a religion. You know, they practice so much of exorcism, where you have someone is being taken over by a spirit and so on. So they have so many stories in them, and it's very common in Niger State, where you have people are, you know, they get possessed by these spirits, and then they have to use other things to control the spirit taking over. So that very regalia is for the Bori people too. And then also the black one too is a ritual dress.
This one. Is this from the north as well?
This very particular one is yes, this is from the north too. If you look at it, apart from the textile on it, there are these all coins being sewn together to the clothes. It's a Fulani attire that they use, and they use it during, if you look at down to, you can see some of the things that they use with the dress. It's a Fulani attire, the black one. It's being sewn with our old money. That is the one that has a hole in the middle.
Okay. Wow. What's this red? Is it a cap?
That is the cap that is being worn with the red.
Is a cap?
It's a cap. It's being sewn. Okay. They have cowrie sewn on it in form of like a cross, a kind of, not exactly cross anyway, but they have cowries on them.
Of the galleries now, costumes and ornaments.
Yes, body adornments.
Okay. And these ones are the pipes.
The smoking pipes.
Right?
They are the smoking pipes. We have quite a number of them in the north, but mostly in Niger State. It comes from a place they call it Kafin Koro. That's what they call the place. They use this, the arch one. You know, it's made from the clay as the smoking pipes. It's one of the things that is unique about it. Okay, this one is wood and bronze. These are body adornments.
They are ornaments, right?
Yes, they are all body adornments.
This big one?
This one is put on the ankle.
Wow. Ankle. Yeah, I think I've seen it somewhere that in the southeast, right?
Southeast, yeah, like you have the Taraba people, the Adamawa people. They're the ones that use it mostly because it's from that place.
So how do they move? I wonder how they move when they put this on the ankle.
Well, it's even easier if you use it in the ankle. In some of the South, what do you call it? East Africans, we have the Kenyans. Is it the Kenyans or some people that use it to elongate the neck because they believe a long neck is a sign of beauty. You remember that thing they put on the neck? They hardly remove it. So sometimes we wonder, how do they breathe having that thing on their neck? They are trying to extend the length of their neck with it, so they sleep with it, they wake up with it, they bath with it, all over. So I think it's more or less like that. They put it on the leg, though it's slightly heavy too.
Down the pipes, the smoking pipes.
Yeah.
It's so long. Wow.
Okay. The smoking
Okay,
pipe.
These are like the caps.
Yes, these are like different caps we use, for different purposes. Some are just ordinary caps, others are for title men, others, there's this black one that is for probably a babalawo or something like that. Like these ones that have so many chains on them.
Ones they might be wearing when they're going to work. We're gradually coming to, okay, we've come to the end of the tour. Thank you very much, Mrs. Madaki. Mrs. Benedicta couldn't join in eventually, but I'm glad you are here. So you were able to really put us through the tour. Thank you very much, ma'am. We're very grateful. Do we have any questions from the floor? Any questions? Dr. Fakaye? Aha, I was very sure you would ask, sir. So please, sir, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. And again, I want to commend Mrs. Adeshola for organizing this and the curator for salvaging the outing today. That's because the first part or section, when the video was shown, I didn't hear anything. So it was good that we went all over everything again with a very good and useful commentary. Thank you both. Well, my questions will be first, please tell us particular things about Minna Museum. It seems as if it's the National Museum. I didn't see much of anything that was particularly focused on the people of the area. So is this unique to Minna Museum, or is it, are there other museums in Nigeria that feature objects that pertain to all the tribes, various tribes in the country? That's one. Do you want to take my questions one by one, or I tell you, really all of them at once?
Yes, just go ahead. If I can't remember, I will still answer. I got the first one.
Okay, thank you. The second one is the water fetcher material, that water fetcher object. What material was it made of? Because in recent times, they were made of rubber. So I don't know what that one was made of in the ancient. Okay, so what material was the water fetcher made of?
Skin, sir.
The third question. Skin, okay, thank you.
Yes, skin.
The third question is, spelling of Manila, because I was saying that for the first time. What is spelling? So give us a spelling.
It's M-A-N-I-L-A.
Like Manila of the Philippines?
Not really Manila of the Philippines. That's how it's being spelled. Manila is M-A-N-I-L-A, sir.
Because when I Googled and tried to find the meaning, all I got was the capital of Philippines.
Yes.
Anyway, you know better.
Yes, but that's how it's being spelled, sir.
Okay. Then the question.
Or probably you could Google the old currency It may not necessarily be spelling the old currency we had. Maybe the Manila will pop up.
No, you are the expert. Once you tell me it's the same spelling as Manila, I take it.
It is, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
My question about Manilas is, were they being used at the same time as cowries, simultaneously in the market? Or there was an era when it was only Manilas and another later era when it was cowries that were in use? That's the question.
Okay.
Then the next thing I want to say is that when you were talking about NUPEs and talking about, to the best of my knowledge, NUPEs don't have MS. They have ETSUS. Okay? They call their rollers as ETSUS, not MS.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. And then generally, in your museum, I wonder why the objects in the museum are not labeled, so that if you didn't have this kind of commentary and I came to your museum, I would just see short, stories to identify this, to speak about them. Okay, thank you. That would be all from me. Thank you. Well done. Thank you.
Okay, sir. So to start with, the objects are not labeled. Like you said, I told you that the museum went through restructuring in April or so. And I'm actually not the curator of Minna. I'm the curator of Kano, but because I was in Minna before I left for Kano, that's why I even have ideas about what is there. But the gallery went through total, it went through restructuring. And then a few things were changed. They brought in a few things, and then they decided to remove some other few things too, because they wanted to give it a new look. It's been there, the exhibition has been there for like some years without any change. And since the commission has been doing some restructuring, with the new director general, they were trying to bring new things into new museums instead of having,
yes. The labels should be stored, that's what you're saying.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Thank the curator of Minna is with us, only that she can use her what do you call it?
No problem.
Thing is mute. Yes, so I'm sure she's listening now, and they will be able to do something about that, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. And then you asked about the NUPEs, that they don't have an emir. The issue is this: when the Fulani came and did their jihad, presently, every emir in the country, everywhere you have the seat of an emir in the country, is being run by a Fulani person. That was during the Osman Danfodio when he came in 1804 and did his all his jihad and whatnot. So when they took over, they replaced every seat of authority in every region they went to. The NUPEs are not exceptional because they are not an exception because the emir of the NUPEs presently is a Fulani person. It's not really like a NUPE person. They are just a people that refuse to use the emir as their title. They are the only people that are using the Etsu NUPE, but it's still an emir, because even in Minna, we have an emir there. So there are people I have worked with for quite a number of time, and I have asked some of them, and they said they just don't want to use the title emir, but the man is still an emir because it's a religious title. He represents whatever Islam stands for. And then it's just that they are not using emir in Nupe land. There are people that love their tribe so much, they like doing things their own way. So they use Etsu Nupe instead of the emir, but the emir is a Fulani man.
Okay.
Did you get that, sir?
Very well, thank you.
Okay, sir. So another one you asked again is what, sir?
You forgot.
Sorry.
Well, I started by asking about the peculiarity.
Manila. You spoke about Manila.
No. You've answered that one. You've answered the Manila. I said about the peculiarity of Minna Museum. I said it seems to have objects from all Nigeria. Is that unique to Minna Museum, just Minna Museum or a few museums, or there are many more museums like that in Nigeria? That's my question.
No, it's not unique to Minna Museum. We have quite a number of other stations. let me not use stations. We have quite a number of museums that have objects that touches in, quite a number of cultures in Nigeria. You go to Kaduna Museum, it's like that. It's not, take for instance, it's not like the one I am in Kano, which is basically about the Kano people and the Hausa people. So there is nothing, outside that is in that gallery, except for another gallery that they have at the Federal Secretariat where we have exhibition of objects from other places. So Minna is not unique. We have quite a number of them. If you get to Jos, we also have objects that, that represents other tribes too, that have been exhibited in their gallery. So it's not peculiar to Minna alone. We have quite a number of them across the country.
Okay. Well, sorry,
Yes,
you
sir.
were correct. You haven't answered the question about Manilas. Were they used at the same time, cowries, or one preceded the other in terms of
I think
usage?
the cowries were there before the Manilas, sir. The cowries should be there before the Manilas. The Manilas came much later. In fact, initially when they started, when I was explaining, I said, what they did was, this trade by barter they did was, I bring my maize, you bring your corn. We try to weigh it to, if it is proper, if they are the same, on the same level, we exchange. It was more like an exchange of goods. I give you my good, you give me my good. That was what they were using before the means of exchange in the form of money came in. So when they did that, cowries came in, actually. Of course, the Manilas precede the cowries because Manilas are metals. So metals that are quite heavy. So they were not used at the same period, one precede the other. That is, they are in that order up to what we have today, the changes, sir.
All right. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. So do we have more questions? Do we have more questions? Thank you very much, sir, Dr. Okay. Do we have more questions before we call it a day? More questions?
More questions?
Okay, so we want to thank everybody for being here. I can see new people. Honorable Akere, good evening, sir. Mrs. Obajemu, good evening, ma'am. And our usual Professor Windapo. Thank you very much for your time. Mrs. Lawrence, Mrs. Aderoke, Mrs. Aderoke Fashola, Dr. Fakeri, as always. Somebody is in a Moto E20. Then Adebisi Odunlami, thank you very much all for being here. We always hold this program once a month, and usually we try as much as possible to make it the first or the second week of the month. This seems to be the third week, but we always send out our notices. So thank you very, very much for being here, and I'm sure that we've all enjoyed the tour of the Minna Museum, National Museum. Like I always say, the reason is, the essence of showing this is to just get us inspired into going physically to these museums. We've seen so much today. We've seen a lot from all parts of Nigeria, Southeast, Southwest. We've seen the masquerades from Ekiti. We've seen the stools the women sit on from the Southeast. We've seen the masquerades as well. Thank you very much for being here. It's always a time to broaden our horizon. That's all I always say. It's a time to broaden our horizon. And I've learned so much in the course of all these virtual tours since we started about 2 years now. I've really broadened my horizon. I've learned so much. I always enjoy the time. It's also a time to socialize, to talk to one another, ask questions. So I want to thank you, Mrs. Madaki. You stood in very well for, of course, this was your museum before. I'm sure you just came in to even just be part of it. Yeah. You just came in to be part of it, but you virtually saved us. Unfortunately, Mrs. Benedicta, the new curator, couldn't join in. She joined, but our audio wasn't coming up. So we thank you, ma'am, for being here. And we look forward to seeing you all the time.
Thank you.
On the program. Thank you.
Thank you,
everybody. See you again next month, God willing. Thank you all. God bless. Bye. Good evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, bye-bye. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well done. Bye-bye.